Hey there, this is the Masked Gamer, and we are back with our clash against the Bog Witch. I've read all the rules. I'm going to try to explain them really briefly. I'm excited about this fight. It looks different. It looks exciting. I keep saying the word exciting, but hey, blah, 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 blah. But the first thing that we're going to do is read some Bog Witch lore because I love me some story time. Stay away from the sweetbread trails, lest the mother of mud take ye. Don't go following the bold mud wisps, lest old crone hex and fire snatch ye. Listen to the mother and father, lest the witch throw ye in her cauldron. A superstitious warning given to the children of Utah. The people of the sunken kingdom refer to the bog witches only in whispers, fearful that even mentioning their name will draw their evil eyes' gaze upon them. They slither through the swamps, oftentimes taking on the guise of an old rotten tree stump or a patch of rancid moss. In their wake, curse and poison taints the land. Now you face a witch of ancient Utrabant, raising from the mud like a stinkhorn mushroom swelling to burst. The gray, withered flesh is barely visible under the layers of muck and slime, while around her neck the string of finger bones rattles hollowly, toning forth a melancholy rhythm of doom. Now, if you have this game and you only have the core game, this is one of the expansion 10,000 Succulent Fears bosses. So this is not something that you would be able to fight if you only bought the core version. All right, so what is this witch going to do to us? OMG. First thing is she has an ability called Bog Move. And whenever she does Bog Move, this little token here is going to move to the right and change what it does. So, uh, yeah, so first she's going to place a swamp under her and then teleport. And then she's going to summon this wisp that makes things wild. And then she's going to summon a rotten stump and completely disappear. And we're going to have to go find her by searching a rotten stump, but she can shoot us from the invisible stump. Um, some of her AI cards are going to have a hex effect that we put on the knight that they target, and they permanently have to suffer that for the rest of the battle. So that's pretty interesting. If we attack the Bog Witch from one of these two spaces, her like flanks, we can hunt her talisman, it says. We can search, we can go through the BP deck and pick a different card we want, but not one from the discard pile. So that means that we can kind of game that a little bit, which is pretty cool. And then this is the Mud Wisp. Once she summons that, zone 2 around it, you're stuck. You have to follow the wisp. If you can't move outside of it, and if you move onto it, she teleports onto you, displaces you, does all of these terrible things. And then there's a effect that makes you chase that little wisp token. But, all of that's kind of irrelevant for right now. All that is relevant to us at this point in time is what her first AI card is going to be, and that is going to be the Mire of the Cursed. This is a range zone attack. She's going to attack everything around her. It's 5 dice that you have to roll a 9+ to hit, which is pretty wild. It's going to target initially the person with the highest heat, which is currently Bianca, the foolhardy squire, standing over here on the side. So I might be able to game some stuff there. She's going to Bog Move and then range attack unlimited. Oh, she targets that space and everything around it, I see. So the only person that can get out of the way really is Stoneface. But I don't think he can because. Oh, we flip all these cards over. That's funny. I don't think he can because Stoneface is not like. He's just not the smartest. He's not the fastest of things. So he doesn't actually have a reflex movement, which is kind of wonky. So he's definitely going to get hit by that no matter what happens. Well, actually, if Bianca reflexes out of the way, then he won't get targeted. She is going to move to the swamp furthest from the target. Oh, it's going to be hard to. People aren't going to be able to catch her. All right. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And then she's going to hex Bianca who will be damned to the mire. At the start of her turn, she'll have to test Insight 6+, and if she fails, she's going to have to stray 3. Squires automatically fail, and she's going to have to move 2 towards the closest terrain tile. So basically, at the start of her turn, she's going to walk into a swamp and immediately die. Yeah. Wow. Well, okay. Is there any way for her to avoid that? I don't think there is. No matter what, she's going to move 3 spaces towards the nearest terrain. Because if the squire moves through or ends their movement on a terrain tile, they immediately die. I don't think anybody has a motivate. Wow. I can. Oh, I'll be able to use the mage maybe to save her. Okay. Yeah, I think the mage will be able to save her. Okay, so fine. Okay, so this is happening. This terrible card is going to happen. Um, First, she's going to use 2 to reflex to here, so that Stoneface doesn't get hit by this. The witch is going to bog move. She's going to place a 2/2 swamp token underneath her. Okay. Oh, I guess the one furthest from her has to be the one that moves there. So it would be this one. Gets replaced here. Then she's going to move to the swamp farthest from the target. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I choose. We're going to move her to this one back here. You're going to see a lot of my head as I reach across here. And then this is going to move to the next spot. Wow, this is wide. Okay. And then she's going to range attack unlimited. So it hits her and everything around her, but it's not going to hit Stoneface now because she moved out of the way. First thing that happens is Bianca's going to get poisoned too. Poison, 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 poison too. This is what poison looks like. If there are 0 poison, your poison limit is 3. At the end of your turn, she's going to lose 1 health for each token on this card. If she ever has more than 3, this card will be flipped. So she's going to start with 2 poison tokens. Okay. So I'm going to wait to use the thing that I think is going to help her, just to see if I can sort anything else out before that. All right. So it seems like either uh, Stoneface or Sanch is the best person to go first. Stoneface can push, but like that means getting pushed into that means getting pushed into swamp, which is not great. So it might be we have 1 opening token in the pool. I don't want Sanj to become the target. So yeah, so Stoneface is going to go first. Is what's going to happen. I have something that lets me guard. A second chance. Those are all reactionary. Okay, I do have reach, so we're gonna try. I want him to kind of move in this direction, but Stoneface only has a movement of 3. So that's not going to be really possible. Stoneface is just going to come over here. And the reason that he's coming over here is in case a zone attack happens. And he's going to go ahead and attack with his shoddy pitchfork. with an opening. So he's now up to 4 passion already, which is pretty cool. And we're going to roll 2 dice, and we need only a 5+ to hit. 4 plus 1 is a hit. We're going to take a heat to reroll that miss. 3 plus 1 plus 1 from his weapon. Okay, that's the 2 hits that we need to roll 3 dice. So next thing that's going to happen is we are going to reveal this body part card. We have hit the Flayed Skull Amulets. We need to get 6 wounds to destroy this. Oh shoot, that's wild. Overcome 3, we would get power plus 1. So if we, I think overpower is the good one, not the bad one. I was confused these two. This is overcome. Yeah, so if we fail to deal the wound, but we deal 3, we'll at least do some more stuff. The problem is he's going to lose his courage if that happens. The good news is he gets auto break 1 because he has courage. But it's still going to be pretty tight trying to get 6 wounds on 3 dice. It's going to be pretty wild. If he fails, she's going to bog move, a stray is going to happen, all of this wild stuff. Oh. Okay, oh, I have to put this on her. It hurts. How am I going to get 6 wounds? This is a BP1 card? Hot dangity diggity dog. Anything anybody else can do to help? He can't, because he has to wait till his turn. Start with the top BP card. I should have done that. Oh, Lifeline will help somebody not die. Alright. Well, here we go. We need to get 6 wounds. So that means we need 5 swords and 1 chalice. We got 1 sword and 2 chalices. We can re-roll 2 of those dice. Or we can re-roll 1 of those dice and leave a break token in the pool. I'm going to go ahead and roll 2 of those, re-roll 2 of those dice, and just... No, there's no way. Because it would... No, there's actually no way that we can do this. So this was like this. Well, I want to get 3 hits, because then I can at least add a power token in there. That's 2 hits. I just need a sword on this. We're going to just use the 1 re-roll. And we failed. So we didn't get anything good, nothing good at all. He's going to bog. We're going to place the marker on one of these spaces. So we'll put it here to make it the least bad. And then she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away from him without moving. And this is going to go here. And then he strays 2. So he moves 2 spaces closer to this stupid thing. Oh my god, this is terrible. Okay. Well, we failed to wound, so we lose courage. Sucks. And into the pool, we get to put 1 opening and 3 breaks is what we're going to do because that is some very, very strong BP1 defense right there. Wowie. Now notice I am not explaining the rules of battle or what breaks mean or any of that stuff. It's expected that you kind of know that by now, and that's it. That was absolutely terrible. Could have given myself a reroll, but there was no point. Giving myself another break there, but worth it. Yeah, no, that was it. That was it. Okay, I like to put a die or something on their thing so I know they took their turn, so he took his turn. So I guess Sanch is going to be next because Kayla is still not in a position where she can easily shoot. Sanch can at least get to the... Nope, Sanch has a movement of 3. Not 4. How does Sanch only have a movement of 3? That's stupid. I would need to use the mage, which is what I was going to use to save Kaeya's life. Wow. This is tough. All right. Well, I guess it's gonna be Kaeya, and she's gonna hopefully not get killed. Um. But at least then he might be able to search that thing. She's gonna still stay in the middle, so she hopefully doesn't die. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. She's gonna use her bow, and she needs a 5 to hit. And we got a 10 to hit, so 10 is a hit. All right. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see how bad this one is. Also a 6. Putrid Roots. She's strong. This one is also to overcome +3 power. This time, if I wound, it bog moves. And yeah, I have to figure that out. So I gotta do 6 wounds. This should be actually not so bad, but we shall see. We did 3 wounds here. We got 2 breaks. That brings us to 5. And then she can spend her red clue to make it 6. So we've done a wound. Okay. So wounding that means, first, bog move happened. We will place a rotten stump under her and remove her from the clash board. She will still perform attacks when outside the clash board. So she's teleported off the board. Now we can search these stumps to try to make her appear. This, then we stray to. Ooh. Oh, wait, it has to be do. Okay. And this goes into our pile here. And then we need to shuffle a BP2 into that BP stack as if these BP1s were not, difficult enough to frickin' hit. Holy crap and holy. Stuff. And we ditch this AI1 from the game completely and shuffle in an AI2 instead. So that happens. And then we are going to clear the pool. We're going to exhaust our bow. And we're going to add 2 breaks and an opening. Okay. That's her turn. So Sanj is going to go next. And he can try to search a stump and then put her on the board if he rolls a 5 higher. He can also gain heat to add to his. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to refresh his heat. I forgot to refresh her heat. I'm not going to forget that on his turn, he gets back this card, which is a stand-up, and his heat refreshes. First thing he's got to do is do some stuff here. So he's going to spend 1 heat to move little Sarah onto the monster sheet, which gives everybody evasion reroll 1, which I think is going to be helpful. Did I not try to? I forgot to actually do this hit. I'm so stupid. It would have been 0 evasion. She had nothing to add to it, so she would take 5 damage, bringing her to 5. Yeah. Okay. I did it now. Okay. Cards. Okay, that's all fine. So he's going to move 3 to be adjacent to this stump. And then he is and then he's going to try to make sure he hits. So I want to make sure this happens. So I'm going to raise my heat by 4 to add 4 to my roll. I just can't afford that to miss. I rolled a 6. I would have done what I needed to do anyway. She reappears. That's a free action. So now I can still attack. I'm going to roll this. 4. Okay. So we get 1 die. And we just need a 5. It'll be fine. He's got a much more powerful weapon, so he'll probably be okay here. 5 is a hit. He gets 3 dice, but also he gets +1 automatic power, which is great. And whenever he attacks, he loses 1 heat. Okay, so let's see what he's got. This one's not as bad. It is a warped, lifeless hand. Only needs 5. If he wounds it, he gets pushed back 3, which is okay. And then there's a Bog move, and he can discard a Hex. Yeah, that'll be fine. He's definitely going to be able to do 5 damage with 3 dice and everything going on here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the breaks, +1 from his Story Blade is the 5 that we need. So woo, first, push back 3. 1, 2, 3. Which is actually not bad because it's going to put us into a little bit of a better place there. Then, he gets auto break 1 too, but he still would have needed to do what he did. It's fine. We got pushback 3, Bog move, and then I can discard a hex I have, place a 2x2, and then move it furthest from the target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's actually great. So it's gonna Bog move to here, and he can discard a hex, but he doesn't have one. This goes into our wound pile. We are going to put in another BP2 now. I have to remember before his turn. Oh, you know what? This is good. Because move to the nearest terrain tile instead. But the nearest terrain tile is full because the Bog Witch just teleported to it. So he's going to be okay. He just moves 3 spaces. She moves 3 spaces towards that, and nothing bad's going to happen, and it's going to be great. So yeah, that's good. Okay. Getting some. I'm now seeing the idea is okay. It's like a little whack-a-mole. Okay. So that's good news for me. We need to clear the night pool and then refill it. He doesn't add anything from his weapon, which is why it's such a good weapon. He did not overbreak, so we get an opening token, we get a break token. I didn't have to reroll anything, so that's another opening token. We get provoke. Oh, he always provokes. That sucks. And hug. I always forget if this is during the first window or a later window. I wouldn't have moved anyway, but I'm just curious. During any ability window, yeah. So he could have used that before the move, but he didn't. All right, that's him, and that means that she's in a pretty decent position now. So, start of her turn, she fails. She moves towards the nearest terrain. Boom, boom, boom. That's the nearest terrain. Okay, so she's going to attack with her broken sword. And she is going to get a 6, which is a hit. And we're going to see what we're working with. This is a bundle of elixirs. This is much easier to hit than some of the other ones. This only needs a 4. If she wounds, she's slime. That's fine. That's totally fine. We can do that. All right. We only need 4. 4 plus 1 break is 5. This is yellow, which is not a color she has there. But I could make it 6 to add the power 1 by discarding one of these clues. So I'm going to do that. And that means that we're going to get to queue up a power token to go into the pool. I like to just kind of queue these up next to it so I don't forget that they're coming. All right, so wounded. We get the slimed condition card, which I think I'm going to be able to get rid of in just a second. Slimed condition card. We wounded it, so this goes into our wound pile. We're going to shuffle another BP2 into there. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. We need to do 3 more wounds in order to kill the witch. So we should be able to kill it on the next round with a little bit of luck. And that's usually how long these fights last, at least in this tier of the game, is usually 2 rounds. Okay, so we're shuffling this in, and then we're going to do her power pool stuff. She is on 3. So that is 2 spells. 5. So that's 3. It's going to be 2 openings and a break. That's what's already in there. 1 more opening for her weapon. So that's 3 openings and 1 break and 1 power. And then she still has other stuff she could do. She can still move. She can still blah blah blah, yada yada. So she's always going to have to go nearest the closest terrain. So I'm going to want to put her next to a stump. So we're going to have her move towards the stump. But she's about to move. Roll a black die in all of her armor. She should have gained one of these back. For each chalice, gain 1 heat. She rolled 2 chalices, so that's 1 heat and 1 damage because she's at her heat limit. And because she moved voluntarily, she discarded this card. She gets a temporary speed token. So she could have moved more than that spaces, but that's where I'm going to leave her. So she's no longer slimed. She used her token. That's that. And then, oh my goodness, at the end of her turn, she loses 2 health from the poison. So she's down to 2 health. That is everybody's turn. And we're going to go to the next round. Okay. Doing it. Oh boy. Oh, he had a reposition 1. He's going to do that. I know. I'm doing things out of order. It's fine. I'm trying to control 4 characters. It's not easy. Okay. Next up, bad guy's turn. Luckily, we have an AI 1 at the top of this pile, so it won't be as bad as it could be, we hope. This is a vile soup spill. This is going to target the person with the highest heat, which is, again, our dear friend, Bianca the Foolhardy Squire. I don't have a way to really get out of range of it this time because if she moves, then she's going to be like in danger of walking into the thing again. So I think we're just going to have to let Stoneface gets hit by this. It's going to give whoever gets hit is going to get slimed, poison 1, and for each hit lose 2 health. Then she will. Oh wait, her deck is going to change. Oh, she doesn't have reflex anymore anyway because her heat's too high. Never mind. Oh, this is gonna really. She's gonna die. She's gonna die. That's what happens. She's gonna die. And then after that, if she doesn't die, she won't be able to use keywords and abilities that target other knights anyway. That's great. Okay, so we're going to start with Bog move happens first. So the Mud Wisp is going to get moved, and we're going to go ahead and place it here. There's no strands, right? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and place it here. She won't be able to move out of that range. That's okay. 4 spaces away from the target without turning. Actually, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, she all the way on the other side of the map. That sucks. Okay. And then range attack unlimited. So first we're going to do the attack against the Squire. We have evaded 0 hits. Oh, my camera froze. It happens. Okay, well, you're just going to have to trust me. We evaded 0 hits. I do not have any heat. However, I do, because this is on here, every knight gets evasion, reroll 1. Now, my question is, does that count for a Squire? Or does it not? I think it doesn't. Let me double check. Evasion.
Pirates. Number of attacks is 5 only.
Ah, yes, evasion reroll. Let's reroll that. That's good. Still 0 hits evaded. So okay, well that is what it is. So first, she gets slimed again. So she's re-slimed. She gets one more poison. So she's now she's now at poison 3. She in trouble, Bianca. She got poison 3, and and she's gonna take 8 damage. So that brings her to 0 minus 8. So is minus 8 going to add one of these? Minus 5, yes. Okay, so we have added You Died Horribly to the Judicium deck. So there's now a 2 out of 3 chance that she has just died. And it is what it is, and that's it. You know, there's really nothing else that can be said about that. I only need to do 3 wounds this round, so if she's dead, everything's fine. I think she loses a bunch of clues, though. But anyway, yep, she died. You died. Memento mori. Boom, dead. Okay, well. Yeah, this game's too easy at level knob. Not really. I'll figure out what happens with her clues after the fight, probably off camera. Nobody cares. Okay, now we have to see how that managed for our friend Stoneface. We gotta get 7 plus to evade. I love how like squires are usually so much better at evading, but I had like 4 0 evasions come up in that file. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we need a 7 to evade. I got 1 7, so that's 1 evasion. I get a free reroll because of I get a free reroll because of this, and I'm gonna spend 2 heat for 2 more rerolls because I'm gonna get 2 back at the start of my turn. So that brought me to 2 evasions. Okay, great. So I am also slimed. Slime, 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 slime. He's also going to be poisoned, so I should pull poisoned out. Poison, slime, slime and poison, poison and slime. That is a 1 poison. Which great. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Poison, slime, slime, poison. All right. You know what sucks here is I don't see how any of my characters are going to be able to attack this turn. I don't see how it's going to happen. And that means she's going to attack again. It's going to be really bad. Okay, so he's going to take 4 damage, but he gets an automatic armor, and for each thing he mitigates, he's going to get one of his little leash tokens. So he mitigated 1, so he gets a leash token for that. So we get that here. He takes 3 damage, 1, 2, 3, bringing him to 8 life, which is a minor mortis card. Please be positive. Vision of the Grail, you may gain 1 passion. Okay, good. That's nice. I still don't know how I'm going to do anything this turn at all. This is obviously not going to go on her because she's dead. So this goes here. This goes here. And that's it. Okay, it's our turn. What do we do? What do we have with this move? This lets you place somebody 2 spaces away from their current position. That's lifeline. And this will let him move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so between that and the mage, he should be able to do it. So he's going to go first. Because, yeah. All right. Oh, I forgot I had all these things. Head guard. What would that have done? Don't remember. It's fine. We're going to leave it. Okay. So first he's going to move 4 spaces. He's going to roll this. He takes 1 heat. Oh, wait. No, first he gains that back, then he does this. So he gained 1 heat. And then is going to get a temporary positive speed token for this move. So he's going to be able to move 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 3 because of the slime. Then he's going to use the mage to place 1 knight on an empty space up to 2 spaces from their current position. He's still not within zone 2 of that, so he can ignore it. He can get over here and he can do an attack. So that's good. Yeah. So he's going to get another thing. That's going to provoke as part of his red now. And he's going to roll 2 dice. He gets +1 to hit. This should be fine. That's 2 hits. He's going to now get 4 dice because his passion is very high. So we should be able to do, oh shoot, a wound there. Should I have done something else first? Yeah, I'm going to use this rogue thing to look at this top BP card, and then I could have put it at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, we're going to put it at the bottom of the deck to hit a lower thing first. Okay. I'm multitasking. I'm not really cheating. I'm just kind of cheating. Okay, so let's see here. So this one is an idolatrous anathema. I only need to get 4 wounds. If I wound, I can discard a hex. This should be pretty simple to do. It sucks because I kind of wanted the Bog Witch to move, but it's not going to. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is enough to do the overpower. Okay, so we're going to queue that up. We're doing a wound. I can discard a hex, but I don't have a hex. This goes here. I'm going to need to do 2 more wounds total. But it's not going to happen this round because everybody's all the way on the other side of the board over there. Sucks. We're going to have to take out an AI one. So the reason I did that instead of just trying to kill the BP2 for whatever it's worth is I knew that nobody else was going to be able to hit this turn, which would mean that she's going to take her next turn, and I didn't want to risk getting an AI3 on top of that pile, because that would just suck. Okay. So we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. We are going to clear the pool, move this power token in. We get 1, 2 openings, and we get 1, 2, 3 breaks. 3 breaks. Now we need another break. 2, 3 breaks. And from his weapon, we get 1 more opening. So that's a whole bunch of stuff. That's nice. Anything I want to do here? So, and at the end of his turn, he suffers 1 health because of his poison. 7. Okay. That's pretty much it for him. And then we have our other 2 players who can't really do anything. Huzzah. So we're gonna have Kaeda's just gonna come here. Because if the Bog Witch appears, she's just gonna come here and ready her bow. Because if the Bog Witch teleports to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, then she'll be able to shoot it. And same thing for Sir Sanch. Sir Sanch is going to go boom, boom, boom. He gets his heat back. He can't move any further than that. He just did that. He's lame. He's boring. And no, he's going to do this. We want to spend 2 heat to put the top BP card on the bottom of the BP deck. Didn't do me any good, but it was worth a shot. That was a full out discard though, which sucks. So that's here. I actually don't have as much room as I thought I did to do everything that I thought I would do. But and that's it. That's my turn. The Bog Witch is gonna go again. Oh boy. I'm also trying to conserve all of these other items for the other fight. But anywho, let's round 3. It's an AI 2. It is the Hex of the First. This is going to target a knight without a hex card, which is all of them. So it's going to target the one with the highest heat, which is Sanch. So it's going to bog move 3 times and then do a judgment which can't be evaded. And then a whole bunch of terrible things are going to happen. So Sanch is in trouble. Okay. This is basically what happens here. So the first move is going to be to place the wisp over here. And then the second one is going to be disappearing. And then the third one be facing the Bog Witch furthest. Okay, well, I mean, I don't think that there's much reaction that can happen here. Okay, so first we're going to do this and move 1, 2, 3, 4. This goes here. Then we're going to take the furthest, which I think is this, place it here, and she disappears. Then we would have done this. We're going to treat the target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. She's going to spawn here. And this ends up back here again. And then we're going to judge with 7 plus against Fortitude or Light. Sir Sanchez got nothing for Fortitude or so we need to get a 7 plus, and we can re-roll these with heat, but we cannot use evasion or armor or any of that kind of stuff. So, and each of these hits is going to do 3 damage, which is amazing. So that is 3 fails. We're going to go ahead and try to re-roll all 3 of those because otherwise he's going to be basically dead. We got 1 success, so we take 6 damage, bringing us to 4 health, which makes us Major Mortis. Okay. Smother. Delay all cards in your cooldown area. If no cards were delayed, suffer knockdown. Is he going to be able to get anywhere even if he stands up? No, he's not going to be able to get where he needs to go no matter what based on where she ended up. So we're going to go ahead and let that knock me down. I'm not going to take the knockdown. Well, yeah, I'll take the knockdown, falling down. This fight is going pretty poorly. We might die. Okay. Wow. Oh, and he slimed. Of course. And he's hexed. This hex is at the start of your turn, roll a die on a 1 to 3, get a permanent negative precision, 4 to 6. Oh my god. Alrighty. Well, that all happened. We've got a BP2 on top of the pile. We are way too far away to do much of anything. We're just going to have to hope against hope that Kaeya can manage to do a wound and that it somehow does things to help us. So she's going to go ahead and take her best shot. She's definitely hit with a roll of 10. And this is going to be terrible. Okay, it's only 6. A bedeviled knitting staff. Oh, she wounds, she can discard a hex, but she doesn't have a hex. All right. So we need 6. This is 4, and then 3 breaks, which I have in the pool, plus 1 more is 7. I'm not going to be able to. I could just. I don't have a clue to discard, so that's 7. That's just a wound. Okay, she can discard a hex she has, but she doesn't have a hex. The shame here is again, this stupid thing is not going to move, which is really frustrating. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to do 1 more wound, but we're shuffling a BP3 in. We're shuffling an AI3 in. I don't see how anybody else is going to get into a position where they can do any kind of attack in this turn, which sucks. So we're going to have to survive another round. So this is, yeah, yikes. And then her thing is gonna her bow is gonna exhaust, but she's gonna just use her action to ready her bow instead. And then her token pool. Oh, is that a pull? Is that a drag? What is the double? What is the double? Double. I have to see whether this is a pull or a drag. I can never tell the difference. Drag, see box. Doesn't tell me what the symbol is. That's a drag. I think I have to be adjacent to. Yeah, it's only if they're adjacent. So they're not adjacent, so I can't do anything. Giving her a bow wasn't so wise after all. Okay. So she can't do that. Her token pool is going to be 2 breaks and 1 opening. 2 breaks, 1 opening. It's a BP3 on top of here too, which is just, geez Louise. Place a note, it's 2 spaces away. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do any of this, to be honest. But I mean, we're just going to have to take our turns. So we'll have Sir Sanch go first. He's got really nothing useful to do. So he's just gonna move 1, 2 spaces, 3 spaces. He can't go any further than that. And that's his turn. That's it. That's it for him. And then we're going to have Sir Sanch go. He rolled a 5, permanent negative speed token. Duh. I guess we're definitely not getting anywhere close this turn. He's got to try to move because he's slime. So this just has to happen. Unfortunately, so first he gets back 1, 2, 3 heat. He's going to use Night Pose to stand up. He's going to move. Oh, he can move 4 spaces. But she's going to do something again. So her next movement is the Wisp. And move 4 spaces away. He's just going to move 1 space. But he has to roll armor. He has a lot of armor dice. So he gains 2 heat from that. But he's not slimed anymore. Because I can't, even if I got an extra move, it would only be 1, 2, 3. And then I would need to get 4 more spaces, which I just can't. I just can't get there. Can't get there. So that's that. That's his turn. And then the monster goes again. Holy crap. This is the longest fight I've ever had in terms of number of rounds. Okay, I only have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have to do 1 more wound. But the Bog Witch is going to spice things up first. It's going to target a knight without a hex card, who has the highest heat. And then it would have to be priority for the tie, so that's going to be Stoneface. First, it's going to Bog move. Oh, good. So this is going to go here. And he's going to move 4 spaces away from me. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually not bad. Toxify X, where X is the Bog Witch's level. Let's go on the other side. Jeez. Jeez. Okay. Well, I'm in big trouble. Okay, great. I get to try to evade 3, but this is an actual attack, so I'll get my free evasion reroll. This is 7 plus. Okay, I evaded 2. I get a free reroll because Sir Sanch is on the witch's head. I did not manage to get a reroll on that. Okay.
So first it's Toxify X, where X is the Bog Witch's level. So that's only one. So I'm only at one Toxify here. So that's not, could be worse. Then for each hit I lose 3 health. I do have armor. I have mitigated 1 damage with armor, so I get another leash token. Still take 1, 2, that brings me to 5, which is major. So I have to do a major mortis card draw. Oh, it's a plus. Place 3 opening and or break tokens in the night pool. We're gonna put 2 breaks and 1 opening. Where did I put that? 2 breaks, 1 opening. 2 breaks. 1 opening. Okay, that should be helpful. I hope. It's there. And then I get hex with an omen hex, Fen's Feast. When you gain this hex, place X generic tokens on it, where X is the number of other knights that are alive. At the start of your turn, discard 1 generic token. If you cannot discard a token, you die. Holy critoli. Ah! Okay, but this is fine. All we need to do is 1 hit with Sir Sanche, who can only move 2 spaces. Wait, there was a reaction window on this. So I could have, refresh? I do, but I can't use that, but I could use, okay, I could have used the mage to refresh Sir Sanche to here. And again, I know that this looks like cheating, but I'm carrying so many characters. If you were playing this game 4 players, somebody would be like, oh wait, but I don't have that capability. I just get all hyped up. I don't think that changes the game state. I'm saying I can do it. That's it. Because the reason here is I can use the talisman hit from a weak spot to take a different BP card from the deck to place on top, which is going to be necessary here because I only need to do 1 wound. I don't want to try to be doing that against a BP. I just don't. All right, so he goes first. He has to roll a d10. He rolled a 1. That is a permanent negative precision token. Okay. No. But he has so much plus to hit. It should be fine. Okay. He gets this moves to here. This goes 1, 2, 3 down. We get to move 2 spaces, which is his maximum movement. He's in the weak spot. So when he chooses to attack, we're going to choose another card from here to put on top of the deck, which is going to be a BP1, so that we have a shot at killing it. We're going to raise our passion by 1, and then we're going to roll to hit. We have rolled a 9. A 9 is definitely a hit in this case. He's at the passion point where he'll be rolling 4 dice instead of 3 dice. And all we need to do is kill these giant leeches, which have a BP of 5. I'll get poisoned no matter what, but it's fine because he's going to die immediately. She's going to die immediately. Assuming I can do 5 damage, which I should be able to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of the break. That's enough. The Bog Witch is dead. That was almost scary. Like I was starting to think, I was really starting to think there was a good chance of losing the fight. Okay, so basically we're going to get an exhibition clash card. We're going to take an upgrade card, a kingdom card, and another kingdom card. Those go into our loot pile. I'm going to do, there's a whole bunch of cleanup stuff that happens after the fight, and then we go to the second half of the delve. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to turn off the camera, and tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going to do the second half of the delve and clean all of this stuff up, and then we will continue our adventure. But that was my first ever fight against the Bog Witch. I know I did a little bit of cheating, just a little bit of cheating, but it is what it is. From now on, but I don't think I got any rules wrong. If I got any rules wrong, please let me know. This is a wild fight. This is, I think, one of the harder ones that I've done. It might have just been luck. I don't know. Like, you need to have some movement here. And my people, I got like the stony person. I got the little old man. I just don't have no movement. But I killed her anyway. Bog Witch is dead. Which is wild because like that was so hard, and I've done so many delves now. Like this should not have been a difficult experience, especially because we've got Sir Sant running around with like vassal tier stuff already. It's tough. All right, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Whatever you do, please leave your health bars full. Thank you, and have a great day.